Hey guys, this is Tashina from Logical Harmony. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to get this eye look using the Merry and Bright eye set from Naturale. So Naturale is not only cruelty-free, but they're also vegan and they use some of the best natural ingredients out there. I find that their products also perform really well on me and I really enjoy the brand. The Merry and Bright set is one of their limited edition holiday sets and it is shades that you can buy normally on their own, but it's such a good deal, especially if you like fun shades that I really wanted to share a look with the set with you guys. So the set does come with 2 cream shadows and 2 powder shadows. Normally on their own, the cream shadows are $24 and the powder shadows are $15, but the set of all 4 is only $50, so it's a really good deal. And there are some fun different shades, so I did swatch them for you guys here. These shades aren't something that I personally would create a full eye look with, but I think they're amazing additions to a set. Bora Bora is such a pretty shade to use as liner. That's what I also love using their cream shadows for. They're really good as shadow bases or liners or even just on their own. And I love their powder shadows. They're in such a unique packaging. It's actually in a roller ball, which is super convenient for travel and a lot easier to apply than you might think. So I did use 2 of these shades in this eye look today, as well as 2 other Au Naturale shades that are not sold in this set, but I just thought it'd be fun to create a holiday look for you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. To start, I'm going to lay down a base color all over my crease and blend it up towards my brow bone a little bit, and today I'm going to be using the shade Suede. I'm not going to blend this all the way up to my brow bone and not all the way down my lid, but just use this as a good transition shade in the crease. The powder eyeshadows from Au Naturale used to come in a pot, and now they come in a roller ball, and this can be really handy because you really can apply it directly to your eye with the roller ball and then blend it out with a brush, or you can apply it somewhere else like your hand and then use a brush, dip it into the product, and blend it out from there. I think that with the base shade, I'm going to apply it directly to my eye, but when it comes to more fine detail work later on, I'm going to do the method where I put it down on my hand first and then tap a brush into it and apply it to my lid that way. And if it is a brand new tube, I would suggest just giving it a couple rolls on your hand to help, loosen up the product, and that way you know it's coming out evenly and smoothly. I've never had an issue with clumps, but I think it's better to be safe than sorry. I'm going to go ahead and blend that out, and today I'll be using an eye-catching crease brush from MOTD. And the reason that I picked this shade is because it's such a neutral color. It's very much like what a bronzer would be on me right now. So just a very natural transition shade. Now that my transition shade is down, I'm going to focus on my lids, and I'm going to be using the cream shadow in gold for that today. I really like their cream shadows. They're very creamy, they're pigmented, and they make a really nice base for powder shadows, or you can set them and they last a really long time. But this is just such a pretty shade. Kind of matches my nails. So I'm actually going to take a little pigment packer brush from MOTD and just use that to apply this to my lids. And I'm really going to focus it on the inner corner of my lids because that's where I want the gold to be, and then I'm going to have it gradually go out into a darker powder shadow from there. For most of the cream shadows, they do have either the same shade or a similar shade available in a powder, so that can be a really great way to set it in place and really help it last a really long time. Next, I'm going to take the shade Dark Opal, which is a powder shadow in a really pretty cranberry shade. I'm going to apply that to the outer corner and blend that into the gold and up into the crease as well. And I'm going to apply that first to my hand and then dip a brush into it. Because I have that cream shadow down, I just find that for me, that's going to be the easiest way to do that. So I just get a decent amount of product there. And I'm going to use another MOTD eye-catching crease brush just to lay down this initial layer. And really what I'm doing is taking the part of the brush when the shadow is first on there and patting that closer to the outer corner of my eye, and then I'm blending it inward into the crease and a little bit up onto my brow bone. And the reason I'm doing that is just so it can blend a little better with that transition shade, but it's keeping the main focus of the color on that outer corner. Now I'm going to take a clean Miss Shady Lady brush and just use that to kind of blur out the edges a little bit better to help it blend just a little bit better between the cream and the powder shadows. Sometimes because the powder really clings to the cream, it can create kind of like a harsh line. So I just really want to blend that out. And when I do this, I kind of barely touch the brush to my eye. I just use a really light hand, and that will just help kind of blend them a little bit better. Next, to brighten up the inner corners and kind of set that gold, I'm going to take the shade Amber, which is another powder shadow, and just apply that with a flat pigment packer brush a little bit over my lid, but mostly focusing on the inner corners of my eyes. And you'll see that as I press that onto the gold cream shadow, it's not changing the color. It does add a little bit more depth, but that's also going to help set that gold shade in place. Next, I'm just going to take a pencil me and brush from MOTD and apply the shade Suede underneath my lower lash line. And I think I want to deepen up that cranberry on the outer corner a little bit. So I'm going to take kind of a risky move and I'm just going to apply it directly with the roller ball, just a tiny bit to the outer corner, and then I'm just going to blend it. And you can see right there how much pigment that added just from that little tiny bit. And again, just use a really light hand when you do this. I find that when you use a light hand, the product comes out a lot better than when you press hard, which I think is what a lot of us want to do with roller balls. But just use that little light hand and tons will come out. I'm going to take this little Au Naturale fan brush and apply amber as my highlight underneath my brow bone. Now I'm going to finish up my eyeliner and my mascara off camera, and I'll be right back. And that's it for the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time.